Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Rangers, this is Thursday morning at 8:29 a.m., Thursday, January the 9th, 2025. I got the year right, finally. And yeah, we're just going to cruise. Why? Because you get cabin fever, sitting in a home on a cold day like this, 36 degrees. Yeah, it's time to get out and move around. I'm trying to figure out my windshield wipers and stuff. And I haven't quite got it down yet, so if I forget to do that, don't hold it against me. But anyway, we're just going to cruise slowly around. Well, we're going to leave the Fort Clark Springs. We're at Fort Clark Springs, Texas right now. Off to the right is a golf course, part of it, and off to the left behind those houses over here is the back nine, and over here is the front nine, some of it. But anyway, it's I just thought, well, hell, I got to do something. I can't just sit here and go buggy, or what they call it, cabin fever. But so we're going to cruise a little bit, and what do I have to say? Not much. I talked about it when I was walking about, selling my house and doing all kinds of things. And I may, it just depends. But, that little house is working out okay? And, there is a way to turn this knob to let those misters or windshield wipers work automatically, but I haven't figured it out yet, because if I turn it from off to on, the rear wiper starts working. And anyway, I haven't quite figured it out. That's why they give you an owner's manual, so you can do that. But yeah, we got a little misty rain. It's far enough above freezing we don't have to worry about ice on the road, so we'll just go cruising around and do a little talking. About what? Well, I'll try to come up with something. I mean, it's quite a struggle. I've been struggling lately. We're getting down to the bottom of the barrel here, and but yeah. So as far as plans, we've talked about that till I'm blue in the face. My plans change hourly or by the second, and but I can see that probably. I would imagine in the next 2 or 3 years, I'll probably just be living here full time, year round. Yeah, because you got to be realistic. I mean, I've got an older sister. She's 86, and she's running into that brick wall of the mid 80s. And yeah, she's got some health issues. And my sister, that's 4 years older than me, and I were talking yesterday. And it occurred to me and her that, what's happening to her can happen to us. We're not bulletproof, And so you kind of have to be prepared. Things change all the time. I feel good right now. That can change in a heartbeat. And by that I mean a heartbeat. So, Fort Clark Springs, January the 9th. 36 degrees. But the good news is on Saturday we'll be up to 60 in the 40s, and then that's the end of winter. We get about maybe 5 or 6 days of cold weather every winter, and then it goes away and we go back to the warmer climate. And yeah, and then in the summers, of course, I've mentioned this and y'all know it, Texas, parts of Texas, this part of Texas included, gets pretty warm. It'll get up to 100 or over 100 a few days during the July and August period. September, it doesn't cool down much, but it doesn't get into the hundreds usually. So this is we go across Los Mortos Creek here and wash away all your sins. And then we go by the little guardhouse here, the security guard. And yeah, they watch it. There's somebody there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's amazing, isn't it? So now I have to do the one-handed stuff here and get out of here, I hope. Yeah, we're good. And there's a place right here that's pretty good. I got a breakfast taco there some time ago. It's called Darla's Kitchen. Somebody was asking about it, and yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, and she doesn't do anything in advance. She cooks it while you wait. gasoline went up 30 cents a gallon overnight. It was $2.55 a gallon yesterday, and it's $2.85 a gallon for unleaded today. Amazing. Little hardware store here on the left. Lights go. Well, did I run a red light? Of course not. It appeared that I did, but you know better than that, Mr. Law Abiding here. But yeah, but there's no traffic in town anyway. There's one car up here and me. So on and on it goes, guys. There is a place up here to get a breakfast taco on the right. Lopez Bakery, he calls it. He makes good ones. Yeah, you go in there, and in the mornings there's usually not one or two people in there, and it's good stuff. Yeah, I get chorizo, egg, and bean there, and I ought to get one this morning, but I'm going to skip because I brought me a snack, and when I finish this video, I will. He's only open on days that the school is in session because he caters to the students. Yeah, he's right next to that's the high school. I think all the schools are right here together. And then this is the little Lowe's market. You know, they got pretty good produce. They do pretty good on that. Avocados are okay. And what else can I tell you? We're going to get out here on the road that goes toward Camp Wood, Texas, and Leakey, and just drive because there may not be anybody on the road at all, and just cruise down the highway. And that's one of the reasons I'm here also, is I like the fact that there are places to take drives that you don't have cars racing up on your bumper and and all that stuff. Okay. Little squirrel crossing the road. It will go, squirrel, don't stop. Now it turns around. It's got a mouthful of acorns. We'll probably see Border Patrol out here on this road because we're only 30 miles from the Texas-Mexico border, and they're usually out in force in this area. Even though I have rarely, if ever, seen any illegals crossing the road here. We're too far north of the border. So now the car's warming up, the heater's getting warm. Everything is manual, you know what I mean? That's what I like. All those little knobs, you just turn it to the heat level you want. Air conditioner, you push that little button and it comes on, and then over here you got all your manual stuff. And I love that dash readout. It gives you the time, the miles, the day of the week, the date, January, and then it shows the temperature and your speed. And it's really pretty nice. And of course there's a speedometer around it and a tachometer. But I do not have a backup camera. And I don't have the lane control stuff. Do I need it? Do I want it? No, I'm fine. I like this little car. Coffee Bean's turning out to be a little bit of a pearl, And I know a lot of people, Fiat's junk. It depends on you and how you take care of your vehicle. But enough said about that. But this car, over a period of a few weeks, has become a good friend of mine. I like this little car. And also my house, the 2-bedroom mobile home that I live in, it's kind of getting on me a little bit, I've got my RV plugged in outside, not to 30 amp, but to 20 amp, and but I'm not going to be running the air conditioner or anything anyway, so it doesn't matter. I just wanted to keep the refrigerator running and the drip charge for the onboard battery and the automobile or the engine battery, because it has that feature. You know, out here to your right, you may be able to see it a little bit. That is all solar, man. I mean, it's thousands of them, man. And I don't know, maybe they supply the community with power. I'm not sure. But we're just cruising, and temperature hasn't changed. Well, it did. It went down 1 degree. It's 35. And so I got me a snack. And when I end the video, I will have a snack, because I've only got 4 hands, you know, to do things with. And I'm just holding the camera in my hand, because even though I have the mirror mount holder, it seems like the road noise is not quite as bad if I just hold it in my hand next to my mouth nearly, and just cruise like that. So anyway, I hope you guys are getting off to a good start in 2025, and that you have some plans that'll work out for you. But for those of you that do a little bit of future planning, you know, like looking a little further down the highway, well, keep me in mind. Now, as far as selling my home in Fort Clark Springs, I think that's pretty much off the table. You know, if somebody wanted to make me a full price offer, we'll talk about it. But the end of my traveling, RVing, we'll see how that goes. But at some point in the not too distant future, you know, I'm going to have a motorhome for sale, probably sell this little Fiat, and also sell the place in Carrizozo. Why? Well, because if I'm not going to use it, there's no reason. Now, I could, you know, keep the property in Carrizozo and just let my son inherit it, and I may do that. We'll see. But just keep those things in mind, because if that's something that you think you might enjoy, you know, living in an RV and living on that place in New Mexico 9 months a year, or whatever you want to do, yeah, we'd work all that out. Because, and I may do it this year. I'm not going to say. I haven't got through the winter in Texas yet, but you know, I've got some plans. I mean, long range. I mean, long range for me can be an hour. You know, the way I see it in my little crystal ball is that I'll eventually sell all that stuff, the RV, the place in New Mexico, and then use that money to get me another car of some type, and another golf cart with a lithium battery, and then my life will consist of, you know, taking drives in the car, riding around in the golf cart, and then if I really get the itch and want to go somewhere in the summer when it's really hot, then I can go hopefully find a place to rent somewhere, a cabin or a little apartment or somewhere that's furnished, you know, in the cooler climates. It's not too far away, you know. That's kind of the plan, right? That's where I see it headed. That's the point of the arrow, is headed that direction. So just bear that in mind. And if some of you are interested in any of the things that I have right now, you know, you can send me an email, rusty78609@gmail.com. But as far as the timing, you know, I've thought about, you know, that this might be the last year I go out to Carrizozo, but we'll see about that. We'll see. But again, bear that in mind. And if some of you want a place in New Mexico with a beautiful view and all the stuff, full hookup, and an RV and whatever else I've got, yeah, I'll be unloading some stuff either later this year or for sure probably next year. Yeah, just wind it down, man. Wind her down. You got to have it's like going into a war almost. You got to have an exit strategy. Well, my exit strategy is just what I defined, is to unload some stuff and acquire some new stuff, and then my travels will consist of going to stay at cabins and stuff. Did I get that across correctly? Anyway, guys, from out here on the road near Fort Clark Springs, Texas, January the 9th, 2025, 35 degrees, cruising along at 37 miles an hour on a road with no traffic. Thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want, anytime, but if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all my videos. Why? It doesn't cost you a penny. Just click on the link, go to Amazon and get what you want. You know, drink plenty of water, stand guard at the door of your mind, and yeah, enjoy your life. That's it. You know, just do it. Adios. Bye-bye.